Hello everyone, today I will present my presentation Introduction on Functional Assessment. Today I will be discussing one of the most powerful tools in applied behavioral analysis, Experimental Functional Analysis, or EFA. Functional assessment helps us understand why a person engages in a particular behavior. There are three main types: indirect, descriptive, and experimental. EFA is considered the gold standard because it allows us to test our hypothesis directly. What is experimental functional analysis? Experimental functional analysis is a scientific method used to test what causes or maintains problem behavior. It was first introduced by Iwata and colleagues in 1982. This method involves changing the environment in a structured way to see how a person responds. We test for functionals like attention, escape, access to tangible, and automatic reinforcement by seeing which setting increase their behavior. How does it work? Each testing conditional is designed to isolate a possible function. For example, in the attention condition, we give attention only when the behavioral occurs. In the escape condition, we remove a demand. In the alone condition, we see what happens when there is no stimulation. The play condition is used as a control. By comparing these conditions, we can clearly see which one causes the behavioral to increase. The main strength of EFA is that it gives us clear answers. It shows cause and effect, not just correlation. This means we can create more effective and individualized interventions. The results are also based on observed data, making the method highly objective. Research, like the study by Beavers and colleagues in 2013, supports its effectiveness. However, EFA is not perfect. It can be time-consuming and requires a control setting. It also requires training and supervision to conduct safely. Since we are trying to bring out problem behavioral to study it, ethical and safety concerns must always be considered. That said, when done correctly, the benefits outweigh the risk. We should use experimental analysis when other methods, like interviews or observations, don't give clear answers. It's especially useful for behavioral when are dangerous or difficult to understand. This method is the best used in a clinics, schools, or other settings with trained behavioral analysts who can ensure safety and accuracy. Here is a case example. An 8-year-old boy with autism was showing aggression by hitting others. We ran an experimental functional analysis and found that his behavioral increased in escape condition. This meant he was trying to avoid tasks. We then taught him to ask for a break using functional communication training. As a result, his aggression went down significantly. This shows how EFA can directly lead to effective treatment. The research strongly supports experimental functional analysis. Starbucks in 2009 found that experimental methods give more reliable results than indirect or descriptive ones. Iwata's 1994 study showed that EFA identified a clear functional in 94% of cases. These findings make EFA a crucial tool in behavioral assessment. Now let's take a closer look at two case studies that support experimental functional analysis. First, we have the study by Tarbox. The participants in this study were children with development disabilities. The assessments were conducted in a clinic settings by trained clinicals. The main finding was that EFA was more reliable than both indirect and descriptive assessments. Next, we have the study of beavers. This study reviewed over 150 publisher cases involving different age groups and conditions. The settings were mixed, including homes and clinics and schools. These assessments were led by board-certified behavioral analysis. The key finding was that EFA showed the highest treatment utility, meaning it was most helpful in designing effective interventions. Together, this study that show EFA is not only scientifically sound, but also practical and real-world settings. To sum up, experimental functional analysis help us find out why problem behavior happens by testing different environmental changes. It is the most reliable method available when done ethically and safely. It guides us to creating effective, evidence-based intervention tailored to each person's needs. These are the sources I used: Iwata et al. From 1994, Beavers et al. From 2013, and Tarbox from 2009. All of these studies support the use of EFA in both research and practice. Thank you for your listening. Maria Smeshin. Thank you. Thank you.